Welcome to Wrestling Over Everything, everybody. We're a very funny wrestling show out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
You don't have a parody song for me this week, huh?
No. Well, we're not covering someone who deserves a parody song.
You don't know who my bio is. By the way, check it out.
I was fired from the keyboard factory yesterday. I wasn't putting in enough shifts. Get it?
That one had a get it.
Wait. Okay, so he was fired from the keyboard factory because he wasn't putting in enough shifts?
Shifts, yeah. There's shift keys on the keyboard.
Ah, okay. I don't know that.
Well, I mean, you type. You're a typist. How do you caps lock? How do you capitalize things?
I thought he was talking about a musical keyboard.
I don't play keyboard.
Like a piano.
What the hell are you talking about?
Man.
Oh, boy. Off to a roaring start for this one.
You got to think about that one. Look in my eyes.
It's a real It's a real thinker. That was a real head scratcher.
Look, that's one that you'll get on the way home. I'll tell you that.
I didn't know that was a highbrow one.
Yeah.
Follow us on all the stuff, particularly YouTube and TikTok, and Blue Sky. Those are the three things that we are most prominent on. I think I'm gonna start doing the Instagram again a little bit. Like all I have to do is also upload it to Instagram, but it's like
right.
It's just I don't know.
One more step.
Yeah. But there's so many steps already. But anyway, follow us specifically on YouTube, your favorite podcast app, Blue Sky, TikTok, those things. And then if I get the Instagram going again, I'll let you guys know. It exists, but I digress. We have a non-deep dive episode, so we got things to do. I've got a bio of a guy that I think is very interesting. Dusty also has some. We're going to do my bio. We're going to do some current wrestling news, and then we're going to end with a game or two that Dusty has devised. Right? That's the word.
Yeah, I've dust-vised them.
He's fucking Jesus.
You see? Look, you either get a parody song,
not enough shifts. Dusty.
You get parody songs, or you get puns, or you get the fuck out. That's it. It's one of those things is going to happen.
I'm into it. That's why I love you. So starting off with my bio, we're going to talk about a big man, a great man. Dusty, have you ever heard? And I'm actually I think I'm 45% that you haven't heard of this guy.
Okay.
But there's a
personal insult, but that's fine.
There's a pretty decent chance you've heard of him. If I gun to my head, have you heard of the Great Antonio?
I have heard of the Great Antonio. Yes.
God damn it! I hate it when you've heard of him.
I'm assuming I've heard of him for one specific thing that I'm assuming we're going to talk about in his bio.
It is a prominent part of the conversation. Yes.
I don't know the man. I don't know the man's oeuvre.
Yeah.
It's
quite an oeuvre.
I'm excited to learn about the Great Antonio.
Yeah. So the Great Antonio, very, very interesting, very large man, right?
As opposed to the OK Antonio.
Yeah, the mediocre Antonio.
He just does magic shows around town.
Yeah. So this is him when he's younger.
Man, ain't that a Bruno Sammartino looking motherfucker? Right
I know
there.
he's got an oar face. He's got a canoe face. But he, like we always talk about, he's got that old timey strongman body. He's just a thick boy. There's not really a lot of definition. He's obviously sucking his gut in, and he's doing the Nate Diaz flexing
double
pose.
Bicep. Yeah. This is whenever you had to ration. This is the type of physical specimen you could be while there were still WW2 rations.
You know what? That's actually you're 100% correct about that, because he was born in Zagreb, the kingdom of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. That's what it was called.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a land that's made up by a fantasy writer that you later learn is a racist.
It's just where it's racist. Everybody just loved him. He wrote the best stories, but he had weird names for everything, and he ended up being a racist. But this is
Black Elves, huh? What's the deal with that?
It's just now it's now just known as Yugoslavia. But
okay.
at the time, from 1818 to 1829, for some reason, they got marbles in their mouths, and they called it the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. That sounds like somebody else called it that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. It sounds like the other side of the tracks kind of talk.
You don't want to go over there. That's where the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes are. You don't want to hang out with the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. What are Croats? Is Croatians?
I bet that's Croatians. Yeah, definitely after dark, you don't want to go to the Serbs.
Yeah, Croats. The kingdom of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. They've not a Walmart to be found.
You'll leave without a wallet, and you'll leave with a knot on your head.
But boy, you will have learned some lessons.
Tough lessons. And then you'll die from that knot on your head because we don't have any way to help you.
Yeah, back in the day, you didn't even need bacteria. Just a knot on your head would kill you for some reason.
Yeah.
One of those Slovene knots. Nothing.
I was actually a quick tangent. I was listening to a podcast. They were talking about that movie True Grit, the remake with Jeff Bridges. Tremendous movie. But at the end,
Haley Steinfeld knocked that shit out of the park.
Whatever. The grown-up Haley Steinfeld character goes to see Rooster Cogburn. The dudes at the Wild West Circus are like, "Oh, he died 3 days ago. It got too hot for him to be able to continue to live," because that's just how it was back then. Your body was decrepit, and if it were just too hot or too cold, it just pieced out on you.
He died last week. We ran out of pineapples.
Yeah.
Or he was too dirty. We ran out of soap. He died 3 days ago.
He couldn't get in the latrine, and he just died.
The fire went out. we have no way of we haven't figured out how to do that yet. The last fire, bullet ricocheted off of something. Anyway, he was born Antonio Berićević in Croatia, which was then part of the land of the. I always got to look the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Nothing's known about his early life.
See that? Okay, so now we can add that to our. Either he jumped railroads, he worked on the docks, or he was put in. Like
he joined the circus.
Yeah. He left an orphanage to join the circus. We can also add we got nothing.
We had just absolutely. We are not sure this man existed before 12 years old. But
he could have just walked up as an apparition. At 13 years old.
He just popped up as he was a 450-pound 12-year-old. So one thing that he's known for, and multiple sources have said this, okay? He, by the age of 12, the great Antonio could uproot trees. And they would do that by just tying a chain to his neck.
Hell yeah, dude! That look.
There's usually just a chain, a neck, and a chain, your neck, and a tree in the land of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. Uprooting that tree is the best case scenario. In that
you might as well be a king.
Yeah,
like this. There are only so many jobs back then. They've got a butcher. They've got a dentist / doctor. They've got a mayor. Hopefully, you slot in as guy who can pull trees up with your neck.
Yeah. You young boy over there. He puts it around his neck. He's like, walk away from tree. Walk away from tree.
Don't run, because if you break your leg again, there's nothing we can do for you.
You die immediately. So he would, because, I mean, of course, obviously, he could do that. So, like, what did he become back in the day? A strong man. They all just become, and I have a quick aside story for that. One time my dad was telling me about this like weird like Mormon camp that he went to as a kid. He wasn't Mormon. They were just nice people that had a camp, and his mom sent him to the camp because they were nice people, knowing that they were Mormons and they didn't believe in Mormonism. Just sent him to the camp, and he was like,
gotta get him out of the house.
I was in the car with my dad, and I love hearing my dad tell old stories because they're always like this. So he loved these Mormon guys, and he had such a good time at camp. And he was telling me the stories from camp. And he's like, they had a talent show. that he got like, I can't remember if he like placed in it or whatever, but I was like, what'd you do in the talent show? What was your talent? He said, I lifted weights. And he did this little thing with his hands. If you know anything about my dad is 5'9", and when he was 40, he was like 135 pounds.
Yeah.
He lifted weights in a Mormon talent show when he was like 9 years old.
The strongest guy Mormons had ever seen at that point.
Well, that was back in the day when picking things up was impressive, right? Like, that was oh man, he picked that thing right up, huh? That boy is satiated.
Whenever they counted weight by the amount of bushels something was.
Yeah.
He lifted 3 bushels of bananas.
The world record was 1.5 bushels. So during World War II, he spent time at Bagnoli, which is what was a displaced persons camp. I don't think this is like a kill people camp. I think this is like there's bad war in the land of the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. So we got to put you over here. You got to go to this camp, which wasn't as cool as the Mormon camp. Displacement camp is different than an internment. Like, I don't know. Why am I,
It's probably a bummer. It's not like everybody when they swap stories at the end of the war, the people in the displacement camp were like, had a good time. Everything was great.
Yeah, some of the stuff that I saw was like they don't know what it did to him when he was there, or like what he experienced specifically.
Yeah,
but it probably wasn't good. But it also wasn't Auschwitz,
actually.
Cool,
Yeah.
But it's I mean, how much worse than the kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes can it really be?
He didn't have a Magneto type experience. Let's just say. Yeah.
So he ended up being a refugee. He went to Canada, and went to Montreal, Quebec.
Okay.
As we talked about, big strong guy, 1940s, became a strong man.
Right.
You can just do that.
You either try to beat an automatic steam drill, or you become a strong man. Those are the two things
you either beat up a bear or you lift a big rock, right?
Yeah.
So and they make you world famous. So apparently he pulled a 433-ton train, 19.8 meters, and got in the Guinness Book of World Record at World Records. He also, let me see if I can find it. I believe he pulled like 5 full buses of people with chains wrapped around his hair or teeth. Oh, speaking of his hair and teeth,
Samson shit. They should call that the Samson test.
Big fucking weird guy. So like we saw what he looked like previously. I'll show that again really quick. This is young Antonio. Striking young man, or face, all that going on. His face is like a sunflower seed. And then eventually this is what we're dealing with. This is what most of the time people look like, people think of when they see the great Antonio. And this is also roundabout what he looked like when the main story of this thing happens, right?
Yeah.
Big, crazy looking fucker, right?
Yeah.
So he then transitions to pro wrestling, because they always transition to pro wrestling at some point. If you are a strong man in the 40s or any kind of tough guy, if you're fighting against the automatic drilling machine, you're picking up the rocks, or you're fighting the bears, you're going to end up being in pro wrestling. Stu Hart's going to give you a call. So, especially in Canada.
Yes.
So
he's gonna send a carrier pigeon for you
that won't be able to carry you. He's gonna He's gonna send an aircraft carrier pigeon. So he ends up in Stampede Wrestling, of course. And I mean, he's fine. He was a heel, obviously. Look at him. And people almost rioted when he almost became the champion at one point. So they were like, I don't know if I can do this. He ends up eventually in New Japan.
He certainly does.
And this is where I'm guessing you know where the main story of this. What happened in New Japan, Dusty?
Well, he was having a match, from my understanding, with Antonio Inoki, who is the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and a noted martial artist and shoot wrestler. Like Antonio Inoki at one point is one of the most famous dudes in the history of Japanese wrestling. Like he didn't invent Japanese wrestling, but he definitely helped popularize it and turn it into a mainstream thing in Japan. So they bring over the great Antonio, I assume, to be the foreign menace in Japan because he's a big fucker.
He was, he was always like a monster heel everywhere he went. He was just a monster to knock down.
And for whatever reason, I believe Antonio Inoki had told him not to hit him in the back of the neck.
This is a picture from that match, by the way.
Yeah, not to hit him in the neck. And the great Antonio decided to go into business for himself, and so he's delivering I guess shoot strikes and clubbing forearms to Inoki, and Inoki gets fed up with his shit and proceeds to just beat the dog shit out of him for minutes. And shoot on him, basically kicks him full on in the face. And cuts his eye open until eventually the great Antonio, I believe, if I remember from the video, has to squirm under the bottom rope to escape. And I don't know the reasoning, if there is any logical reasoning behind why he did that, but this is one of the most famous sort of works that become a shoot in history.
Yeah, so there's Inoki. And there's Antonio.
Yep. That's him kicking him right in the face.
Right in the face. So apparently the great Antonio was kind of known for no-selling people. And he straight up, I saw a good amount of the video of this match. It's on YouTube. There's actually a very funny video of Bill Burr talking about this match. Just keeps calling Antonio, the great Antonio, the fat fuck. Yeah. But Inoki would punch him in the stomach. He would do nothing. Inoki would bounce off the ropes, run into the great Antonio. Antonio would do nothing. He would stand there and laugh at him and hit himself in the stomach. And then at one point, he had Inoki bent over in front of him, raining down forearms straight on the back of Inoki's neck. And then, Inoki gets up and you can tell is nuh-uh, and slaps him in the head.
Yeah.
And you can tell after Antonio Inoki slaps the great Antonio in the head, he stands there for a second to see what's gonna happen. He knew that he had just changed the nature of this battle, Yeah. And then he just, like you said, just beat the ever living daylights out of this man. And
he he's on takes him down because the great Antonio did not possess great balance. It did not.
No, he wasn't very dexterous.
Yeah, and then he just wails on him. And there's you can tell if you've watched enough wrestling or you've seen real fights too that aren't organized. There's a part where Inoki is come on, man. Help me, help me out here. And Antonio just keeps no-selling him. And then once Inoki goes into shoot mode and starts beating the shit out of him, he never relents. He's I've had enough of your, I've had 100% enough of the shit that I'm going to take from you. It just beats the dog shit out of him.
Yeah, and it essentially ended the great Antonio's wrestling career, not because he was injured, which he was, I'm sure. He was concussed, and we'll get to the concussion in a second. But people didn't want to work with him. Antonio Inoki was obviously a very respected man in the wrestling business, so they're not going to blame the great Antonio Inoki for this. They're going to blame the great Antonio.
Right. Well, there used to be
fat idiot who no-sold the guy.
Well, and there used to kind of be the Road Warriors would be rough on jobbers, and the Steiner brothers were kind of rough on jobbers and stuff. But it was if you won't sell for the main guy in the company, and the guy who is paying you. Like, why would I ever get in the ring with you if you can't understand that this is going to make money? Why would I do that? You know, so
and especially
you
at that
lose
time,
all of your cred.
Yeah, and especially at that time, it's even like, I'm sure it's the case at least a little bit today, but like especially back then, you're gonna get made an example of. Like,
Yeah,
sell for Antonio Inoki, who can really fight. He's gonna make sure everybody sees what happens when you sell for Antonio Inoki. And he just beat him half to death. And so the rest of his life was weird.
Right.
He would like hang out in Canada and hand out like pamphlets about his like all the cool things that he did throughout his life. He also like let me see if I can find the rest of it. He would tell people that he was over 100 years old, that he had fought 10,000 men and never lost. Well, we've got video proving that's not true. And that he was an alien.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
Of course. Why? So many.
Basically, Spike knocked him back to second grade. You know?
Yeah. So many of those things are just fun lies that you can't tell anymore. You know, like those lies aren't necessarily hurting anyone, but like it would be so. Yeah, they didn't have YouTube to see that Antonio Inoki rocked this dude until he couldn't fight anymore. He would just be like, yeah, I fought 10,000 dudes. I'm a big guy. Do you want to fight? And you're like, well, no. So I guess I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. And he also just kind of ended up like a homeless, like a nomad, like just walking around Montreal, sleeping on the street, pulling grocery carts, being like, I knew Bill Clinton. And so interestingly enough, do I still have it pulled up? Where'd it go? I found a picture of him and Michael Jackson. So like, and they said like after he died, they found like proof that he knew a lot of famous people. Like somehow during all of his strongman times, he ended up like he had a letter from Bill Clinton and stuff.
Weird. That's
yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I guess he would have been an age where that is possible, because if he was a kid during World War II, then like he could, he was like a grown adult. Look at this.
Been the two of us need look no more.
Do you think
he's got the grossest, like, the Encino Man dreads?
Yeah.
He's got those going on.
He's got hacky sack dreads. Do you think Man in the Mirror is about the great Antonio?
Well, he knew on the ground when getting kicked in the head by Antonio Inoki that he was going to have to make that change.
Yeah, I'm going to have a talk with the Man in the Mirror about no selling Antonio Inoki.
I'm going to make a difference, going to make it right, Antonio Inoki.
Well, please stop kicking me, Mr. Inoki.
So that's our guy.
Like and we talk about it every time we do one of these bios. I just love that the wrestling business has always attracted weirdos and hucksters and grifters and like all of these like in some cases snake oil salesmen, like just everybody on the fringe of society. If you join the circus, you join the freak show, or you became a pro wrestler. Those are the things that would happen to you.
I love that. 100%. Like that's. I just love the old timey, like that truly is the land of opportunity situation.
Right. That is you could pick yourself up by the bootstraps, ass story. Like he immigrated to Canada. He was great for a while. He picked a fight with the wrong guy, which is also a story of those times, the
wrong Japanese guy,
the promoter of, one would argue, the promoter of your company, not the guy to go into business for yourself with, but that's going to be the great Antonio, dude.
What just made me laugh was I was looking through pictures of the great Antonio, and one of them is just Bruce Valanche.
Maybe Great Antonio knew all those famous people because he was doing punch-up work for the Oscars for years.
Listen, Bruce Valanche might have been what cured my homophobia as a 9-year-old. You know what I mean? Like,
he's
I was a little Christian boy, and I just loved that guy on Hollywood Squares. That gay guy on Hollywood Squares was my favorite guy.
He's got jokes for days. And I don't.
Now I got to look it up and make sure Bruce Valanche is gay. I think he is.
I don't understand all the jokes Bruce Valanche is making, but I know they're funny.
But boy, does he have those red glasses on.
Yep.
I'm sure he's gay, right? I got to make sure.
Look, I'm not going to speculate here. This is only a losing situation for me. The views expressed.
He was in a documentary called Gay Comedy in America, which would kind of suck if he wasn't. Yeah, he's like, what are you calling this?
Or he just wrote for a lot of people.
He was a gay guy.
Okay, well, you've been vindicated.
He is a gay guy. He's still alive.
Yeah, hell yeah, Bruce Valanche.
Dude, I thought that.
I assume Great Antonio has left us for the great ring in the sky.
So dead. Him and Inoki are having conversations up there. Inoki's dead, right? Isn't he?
Yeah. Antonio Inoki also dead.
I sincerely doubt either of them has apologized, but
well, Antonio
they probably
Inoki didn't really. Well, I guess he didn't have to go in on him that hard,
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple kicks to the face where you could tell it seems like Inoki even feels a little bit bad. Like, he's not kicking him as hard as he can.
This, but I can't. It's like a thing where Inoki can't.
The Yakuza will have my ass if I don't beat the shit out of you right now.
Well, Inoki can't be seen allowing that sort of behavior, and also like his reputation as a tough guy is on the line.
Of course.
So you got to do what you got to do. There's a lot
of reasons. The great Antonio got his ass whooped.
Yeah, we can watch it. We can watch another time. I believe it is the Great Sasuke versus a dude called the Dirt Bike Kid that turns into a shoot, basically for the same reason. And it's a dude, the Great Sasuke of
the Dirt Bike Kid
of Canadian Stampede fame, wrestling the Dirt Bike Kid, who's in just straight up dirt bike gear. Like he's got the chest protector and the helmet, and like that turns into a shoot where the Great Sasuke uses a front guillotine to basically take all the fight out of the Dirt Bike Kid.
Should we watch this 1985 movie, the Dirt Bike Kid?
Oh,
I bet my brother.
I bet
I bet Jacob loves it, bro. When the going gets tough, the tough go flying. I'm guessing his dirt bike flies.
We've got some ET, we've got some Rad. Well, there's all that stuff is coming together. All right, so I want to talk.
Oh, dude, look who it is.
Oh, who's the dirt?
It looks like. Is that Ralphie?
Kid? That haircut. If it's not,
if that's not Ralphie, we're in an odd world. That's got to be Ralphie, man.
That's him for sure. Yeah. I mean,
Ralphie was okay. We've uncovered something
what he asked for next year. After the Red Rifle BB gun, he asked for a dirt bike, an even more dangerous piece of equipment for a kid.
You'll puke your guts. I mean, you'll leave your eye on the pavement. Yeah, it is him.
You'll compound fracture your arm out. Is what you'll do.
They made a movie called A Christmas Story Christmas.
Yeah, and then there's A Christmas Story 2 that I've never seen because I don't need the continuing adventures of the Christmas Story. I just need the one.
I'm kind of afraid to watch A Christmas Story. I'm afraid it's going to ruin my memories.
I still think it's very funny. Like,
all right, Fragile is great.
Fragile is great. My dad worked in profanity the way some artists work in oils or clay is one of the best lines in history. I like all the stuff about him being. I think we've talked about this maybe on the other podcast or just in general. Like, I don't know that there's a movie that captures kid imagination the way that A Christmas Story does, where it's like, when his mom is making him put the soap in his mouth for cursing, and then he has this vision of coming home in the future and he's blind because of the soap, that she made him put in his mouth, like that sort of fantasy thinking that kids had. Like, I don't know that there's a better movie for that than A Christmas Story.
He did do a lot of creative daydreaming in the movie. Yeah. Did you ever get your mouth washed out with soap?
No, never did. Never
I did.
Did you say
I did.
fart?
I got it once. No, I said something worse than fart, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah. I remember one time I called Pete Rose a pussy. I was looking at.
Definitely can't do that. Yeah.
I don't think I got my mouth washed out because I truly didn't know what that word meant when I said it.
Yeah. I was actually telling Sarah the other day about your desire to buy the Rey Mysterio Wine 'em Dine 'em 619 hat.
Yeah.
and your mom
a shirt.
Or a shirt, and your mom not letting you buy it and not telling you why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, because there's so many things that I couldn't buy.
Yeah.
And then I finally got that because it didn't say Poontang Pie on it, and she's like, no, and I was like, why? And she's like, I'm not going to tell you why, but you can't have that shirt.
You can't have that shirt. I remember
it's not a sex thing, Mom. You don't know.
I remember calling someone on TV a bastard, and my mom was very upset. I'd heard it at school, and I just thought it meant not a cool guy, which I guess
that's essentially what it does mean.
Yeah. But we were watching some movie, and I was like, I'm gonna try out this new word that I just heard, and
that was me, but I went straight for pussy.
I was kill that bastard, and I heard her gasp. So that was her curse word. Gasp was her move.
Yeah. So apparently the dirt bike kid made over $3 million on video.
Dude, anything back then, like, because video was so new in 1985, you would make everything made money. They talk about that. I think Matt Damon has an interview where he talks about like the reason there aren't mid-budget movies anymore is because DVD went away, and every movie on DVD was guaranteed to make like another $20 to $30 million. Just because once it was $8 at Walmart, everyone's like, yeah, I'll buy Green Zone. Who cares if it sucks?
And the rentals and all that stuff because you'd pay so much for the rental copy.
Yeah. So I have some news that I want to get your reaction to. I want to talk about a little bit.
All right.
Are you aware of the ongoing saga for Andrade Cien Almos, the professional wrestler? No. Okay. You're familiar with Andrade?
I am. His name is Andrade Cien Almos.
That's one name he wrestled under in WWE. He was Andrade. They dropped the Cien.
I know Andrade El Idolo.
And Andrade El Idolo when he was in AEW. Yeah.
Oh, Almas.
Yeah. Almas. Yes, I'm sorry. Very white.
Okay.
So Andrade left the WWF in March of 2021, and he debuted in AEW in July of 2021 as El Idolo, Andrade El Idolo. Mm-hmm. He tried to fight Sammy Guevara backstage to get his release.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because he wanted to go back to WWE. And he's
like, how do I get out of here? Yeah. You come here.
Essentially, he on Twitter was like, next time I see you, I'm going to fucking punch you in the face. And Tony Khan basically told him, even if you do that, I'm not going to release you. So don't get in a fight. I'm de-incentivizing you getting in this fight. So he eventually left AEW in December 2023, and then in January 2024, came back to WWE. He just bounces back and forth, and then he was released a second time in September 2025, and he was just recently released, and then immediately came back to AEW. Like the next week, he was back in AEW doing an angle where he beat up Kenny Omega. He was like a surprise guy. He beats up Kenny Omega theoretically to start a new feud. But he was released because they think of a drug test violation. He failed a wellness check, and WWE used their ability to get out of the contract So he signs with AEW. He shows up on TV. He beats up Omega, and then it turns out that he has a non-compete with WWE, even though they released him. Apparently, AEW signed him without knowing that he had this non-compete clause. So now he's disappeared from their TV. They used him to like set up a huge angle, and now they can't use him for like a year. Is the rumor?
Is he gonna? Are they gonna get sued?
It was basically like a cease and desist. Like this guy can't.
That's funny.
This guy can't be on your show.
It's good enough for WWE that he just showed up and they can't tie up that loose end. It's like Lost.
Yeah,
it's
yeah. And now Omega has to sell the beatdown from a dude that he'll never get the revenge on. Because like a year from now, who knows?
Triple H is just giggling his balls off.
That's like, and I think Andrade's a pretty good wrestler. He is he is not a needle mover, in my opinion, either way. Like, if he stayed in WWE, he's in the mid card. If he goes to AEW, he might be in the upper mid card, but I don't think that he's bringing people into the fold. I don't think that there's oh shit, I got to see what Andrade's up to.
Yeah.
Contingent out there. So,
I've never heard him listed as like, I've never seen Andrade merch. I'm sure it exists.
Right.
I've never seen anybody wearing it before.
But it's so funny that they're still like, even though this guy's a net neutral, we don't want him on your TV show. Like, we will use this non-compete because you got
to set precedent.
Yeah.
You got to set precedent. You got to be like, hey, no, if you don't cross streams. You can come to us, but once we own you, you ain't never going back to them, dog. So you said for like a year. He's gonna sit out.
His non-compete might be as long as a year, is the rumor.
He's like, screw it, dude. I'll go to AAA. Fuck.
Oh yeah, they own that one now. Well, I'll just go to CMLL. Man. Oh man, they work with AEW. Like, I don't know. God damn it. I don't know. I guess he sits home and maybe collects his downside guarantee, which is probably not not nothing. But it's just very funny that they're like the pettiness level is never ending. No matter who's in charge, the true colors will always come through.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want people to take advantage of you. You don't want. I mean, say the guy wants out of his contract, so he gets a wellness strike on purpose, so you would release him, and then he can just go right over. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think that was the gray area. It wasn't that WWE released him or is letting his contract expire. It's that they fired him with cause, but I guess the non-compete still applies even in that case.
Of course, yeah. You still don't want your guy to go over there.
Yeah. Well, and then normally they would ask him to basically come back and like fulfill the rest of his contract, but because of the reason that he was let go, they don't think that that's going to happen. So he's just going to sit, and there's just the dangling thread of what happens to Kenny Omega is just sort of up in the air.
He doesn't seem like the type of guy that you really want on your team. You know, bouncing back and forth. This is very Phil Brooksian of him wanting to go back and forth.
Well, and I think like I forget what it was. Somebody got fired before. Maybe this was after Punk got in his fight, or maybe somebody else had gotten fired for getting in a fight in AEW. But it was essentially he was like, "Oh, if I get in a fight, I'll be able to leave," and they didn't let him. But
imagine sitting at home being like, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to freaking get in a fight, bro. If I get in a fight, then they'll fire me, and then I can go over there and work at the other place.
Yeah, but then whenever these guys are done with me, I'll just go back to the other place.
Yeah, I'm just going to bounce around like a freaking ping pong ball.
So that's one of the big stories from the last couple of weeks. Another big thing coming out of the WWE Crown Jewel Perth show, which was pretty much snoozerific from my perspective. Like, it was fine. It's completely fine. But there's so many commercials and so little wrestling. Like, AEW has the problem that they have so much in-ring wrestling. Like, their shows are overloaded with it. And the WWE is like, it takes so long for everyone to get to the ring because the entrances are so long and the introductions are so long and there's commercials. Like in a 4-hour show, you're getting 5 wrestling matches. It's insane. Like there's no middle bed where everything is cool.
Welcome to TKO, dog.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ari Emanuel. He is awful. Everything he touches turns to very profitable bullshit.
Yeah, so like, but the big thing coming out of that show is Seth Rollins was injured on.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was injured on a. Did you see the spot?
No, well, I think I might have seen like a flash of it, but I didn't watch it. He hurt his arm, right, or his shoulder?
He hurt his shoulder doing the Shane McMahon turnbuckle to turnbuckle move.
Coast to coast?
Coast to coast. But instead of doing a drop kick, he did a headbutt for some reason. That does, like, I guess this
Why?
this might fall under your how does that hurt somebody more move. Because, like, I guess a flying drop kick to some degree I could understand hurting more momentum-wise. But this was like a flying headbutt that just didn't... just from one turnbuckle to the other. So it's not...
well, part of wrestling math, part of like wrestling physics, injury physics in wrestling, is if it has more of a chance to injure the more dangerous it is for the attacker, the more it hurts the attackee.
Right.
So like if you're going to get kicked in the face, that probably hurts more than the stupid headbutt bullshit. But the stupid headbutt bullshit could make Seth Rollins murder his family and then himself.
Sure. Yeah. That's you have to weigh those things, whatever you're considering the damage levied out. So Rollins is injured. He's the heavyweight champion. He has to have shoulder surgery. So essentially they fast forwarded.
I just saw the spot.
Yeah.
I just saw the spot. That's actually kind of sick, to be honest.
Except you blew your shoulder out.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't realize that Cody was like laying upside down like that, so I could see like, I mean, I still think it's stupid because I hate flying headbutts.
Yeah.
I just think like it's very funny that last week we were watching the Punk, Punk and Jeff Hardy stuff, and one of the matches, Punk takes 2 chair shots to the head, and WWE removed it from the video. Like it literally cut through them.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Jeff Hardy would bring the chair up, and then it would cut to after the impact, and Jeff Hardy's got the chair past him. And so, but they won't show that, but they've got a guy jumping 25 feet across the thing, trying to go head to head with Cody Rhodes. And then the thing that sucks about this is Cody, I'm going back. I'm going a little bit back on it. It's not as sick because Cody has to literally hold himself up.
Yeah.
Look at this shot. Cody's holding himself up so Seth could hit this. All Cody has to do is not have his hands on the rope here.
Right. He's just got to move back a little bit.
And Seth completely misses, but he doesn't do that.
Well, and also, like, not to be a fake physicist, but look at his arm. Where did he expect that energy to go when he's doing the headbutt that way? Like, how did he expect to fall that wasn't going to hurt?
Yeah, because you can't roll out of it. You can't. It looks like he tried to go flat to his back.
Yeah,
I guess, but he didn't rotate enough, so he tried to block it with his arm. And we have a shot on our thing of him like posting with his arm on the way down. I mean, that's how you hurt your shoulder. I can tell you that.
That's how I broke my wrist. Yeah. So,
you got a cat on your thing. I'm a killer.
There's a cat somewhere, but I don't know where she's at. So,
it sounds like she's playing with aluminum foil.
Yeah, I don't know what she found. I apologize. I don't know.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah, but I don't see her. I don't know where she's a phantom in the wind. Okay, so Rollins is hurt. He's one of the heavyweight champions. So now they've fast forwarded essentially and broken up the group that he was in, the Vision. So they took Braun Breaker and used him to beat up Rollins to write him out of the show so he can go get shoulder surgery, which I don't hate because they were going to do that eventually anyway. It's like
you might as well get the heat now.
You might as well get the heat, and Braun Baker is going to be a huge star. It's still a little bit.
And he's
early.
so much better than Bronson Reed. He's the guy.
He's the better guy. So he doesn't need the muscle. So they're keeping him and Reed together for now, but we'll see what happens with that. But the other thing that happened is CM Punk won a number one contenders match, and then Jey Uso won a battle royal this week to be his opponent to crown the new champion at the next Saturday night's main event.
They're still doing the Jey Uso thing, huh?
Well, here's what I wanted to talk about.
Yep.
The thing they want to do, according to rumors, I will read it from what I found. The creative plans for Jey Uso will heavily feature the continuation of his feud with his brother Jimmy, following Jay's controversial win to become the number one contender. It sounds like they want to turn Jey Uso heel and have him win the title instead of Punk, and then feud with Jimmy Uso, go and make that a WrestleMania match. Because they had a terrible WrestleMania match a couple years ago. And they're like, well,
they know the same moves.
Well, yeah, and you're taking the guy who's over, Jey Uso, for all the things that we've said, and we've said a lot of stuff. He's a fine character. He is not a great wrestler. Jimmy Uso, also not a great wrestler.
Yeah, I don't like the character or the wrestler, but I'm outvoted.
He's over his shit.
Yeah, it's like I don't like avocados, but that doesn't mean that I'm right about that. Like Jey Uso does nothing. Jey Uso does nothing for me, but he's a very popular wrestler. Everybody loves the yeet thing, like it's the goddamn Bohemian Rhapsody, greatest thing ever written, and that's fine. But so I understand that. I'm just bored by it, you know.
Yeah, so my fear is that they're gonna turn Jey Uso, who's a babyface, which they have like a sore need for. Like he's a guy that's over with the crowd, even though I don't understand it. They picked him essentially and turned him into a huge babyface. You're gonna turn him heel, and then you're gonna turn Jimmy Uso, who again I think is an okay wrestler, babyface. And it doesn't seem like anybody, like I don't care about Jimmy Uso, the character, from a wrestling standpoint, and now I'm going to be forced to care about him if they're putting him in the babyface position. I don't want to see the Usos wrestle each other. I've seen the Usos wrestle each other. It's bad when the Usos wrestle each other.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. Like, I feel like you can't do Yeet, even though it's huge. I feel like you can't do it for 3 years. You know?
Yeah.
So maybe they feel like he's stale. But I could be I mean, he's probably still moving merch and like doing all that stuff. So
so it's interesting, and it's like, was the headbutt worth it? Was that headbutt spot worth messing up all of the plans that they had previous? Like, it's supposed to be Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which is also a match that I'm not like, ooh, I must see that match, but it's like, well, now you can't do that. And so now they have to pivot, and that headbutt spot is going to be a move that no one remembers. Like, except now it'll be in all the video packages for when Seth Rollins comes back because he blew his shoulder out doing it. But if he had nailed it, no one would care.
He must have like tore his rotator cuff or something, or his labrum. Like, he has to have surgery, so he has to tore something, right?
Yeah, or maybe he separated his shoulder. There's like, he had to have done, you're right, he had to have done something big to injure himself.
Listen, hopefully that stops dumbass headbutt moves.
Moves that we don't care about. We do have to also stand a legend. We're a day late, on this day when we're recording in wrestling history. Speaking of the Usos, one of the members of their family, the great Yokozuna, passed away in the year 2000.
I was like, fuck, I thought I told you yesterday that happened 25 years ago.
No. We love a Yokozuna. I have a distinct memory of in the build up to WrestleMania 9, he's doing a contract signing with Bret the Hitman Hart, and he attacked Bret Hart and Bonsai dropped him. And I was like, he might kill Bret Hart if he Bonsai drops him. Like my suspension of disbelief was in full effect because I'm like, no, don't. My love of Bret Hart was so huge, I didn't want to see him Bonsai dropped. I had to leave the room to escape that.
You can't. You have to leave the room.
I had to leave. I was going through it. I was 9 years old. It was emotional for me.
Dusty, what's wrong? They're Bonsai dropping the Hitman.
You can't do that to the Hitman.
I'm guessing Bonsai drop is like he stands on the corner, guy under him, and he lays his big ass on the guy's chest.
Sits on him sits down on him.
Didn't Rikishi do that too?
That's a Rikishi move. There's a few different guys throughout history that have done the Bonsai drop.
If you're a big fucker, you got a Bonsai drop.
Yeah. Also, on this day in 1994, Halloween Havoc was presented by WCW at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeated Stunning Steve Austin on this pay-per-view. Could Steve Austin be any lower at this point in time?
Listen,
that's a tough one for Stunning Steve.
Every once in a while, you gotta try. Listen, don't take too much away from the Hacksaw, dude. That was one of the most over wrestlers I've ever seen in my life.
This is 1994 Hacksaw, though. Came to WCW.
It's a little long in the tooth. It's a little long in the tooth.
This is after he's been Bonsai dropped in sacrifice to Yokozuna. This is
you can't. Listen, every once in a while, you got to give somebody a legacy dub, you know?
Yeah. And then in the main event, in a career versus career match, which we know in wrestling, everything sticks. Happens. Everything sticks.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan.
God, it's a shock who won this match.
Hulk Hogan faced Ric Flair. You want to take a guess? Whose shoulders were on the mat that night, Andrew?
Listen, you got to say the whole thing though. The steel cage match with Mr. T is a special guest referee.
Yep, and Shaq walked Hulk Hogan to the ring. You want to guess who might have took the L on that night?
Did Flair ever beat Hogan in a big match?
In a big match, I will have to double check, and it also depends on what your definition of big match is.
What you mean by big?
Yeah,
I guess it was kind of a big match every time they wrestled, but like, did they ever like? I'm sure they wrestled on like. Did Hogan ever lose on like a Nitro?
Yeah, he later one of the first Nitros he lost to Arn Anderson. He got hit in the eye with a shoe. That was like a big thing that was happening.
Dude. That's what it takes.
Late WCW, late '95 WCW.
Listen, brother. Listen, brother. If Arn's gonna take down the Hulkster, it's gonna take more than just wrestling maneuvers. Yeah. Does anybody? What if somebody throws a shoe? That might get the Hulkster. That might get me going.
Who throws the shoe? Honestly.
So what? Who threw the shoe? Did Arn throw the shoe?
No. He grabbed it from Woman, who was at ringside because she was the valet for the Horsemen at that point. Arn grabbed
the shoe from Woman and then hit Hulk in the face with hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
So yeah, Hulk rarely did a job on TV, but occasionally he would do one for the people.
Who was it that hit somebody with a boot, like a cowboy boot?
You might be thinking about whenever.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's the Freebirds.
Yeah.
Michael Hayes. Hayes beat the fuck out of one of the Von Erichs. One of the Von Erichs with the boot.
Yeah, I'll beat your ass to death with it.
I think that was in the Cowboy Stadium. I think that was one of those matches. He's gonna beat your ass to death with it. I watched the first 15 minutes of Inglourious Bastards the other day. It's so good.
I rewatched it the other day. Pretty good. pretty
Came
good.
Out. Yeah. Came out here, give you a whoop for.
Yeah. So there's also.
Oh, but Duggan beat Steve by DQ.
In the previous month, go to Fall Brawl 95 or 94, and to see what they did, see how they massacred my boy.
Fall Ball 94, Jim Duggan defeated Steve Austin in a singles match for the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship.
How many seconds? 27
35
seconds.
seconds. 35 seconds.
They massacred my boy.
Look at what they did to my boy. So did he just flip his lid? Is that what happened for him to get DQ'd at Halloween Havoc? Dude, the amount of shenanigans in WCW to have you got a DQ against the guy who brought a 2x4 to the ring.
Yeah, I assume the 2x4 played into it. I don't look. Halloween Havoc lies hazy in my memory from the year 1994. That's
like we've talked about. I don't know that there's ever been a good Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
Let's see. The entire match between Jim Duggan and Steve Austin from Fall Brawl was shown before the Halloween Havoc match because it was only 35 seconds.
Yep.
And during the rematch, Duggan retained his title against Austin via disqualification. When Duggan attempted to hit Austin with a running clothesline, Austin avoided it and threw Duggan over the top rope.
Oh, right.
Leading to Duggan.
Throwing somebody over the top rope, disqualification in WCW.
That is the most flaccid way that you could possibly end a match. I can't believe they kept that as a DQ.
So selective too, because the announcers never knew if that rule was in effect or not. Because they would sometimes they'd be like, "Oh, that would be a disqualification," except in this scenario where the match needs to keep going because they've got 8 more minutes left or whatever. Yeah, I'll have to deeply investigate the Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair wins versus losses.
We should do a whole anthology breaking down the history of almost every match between Hogan and Flair.
Yep.
And see if we're right and the common convention is right that Hogan just completely disrespected the Nature Boy throughout this entire thing.
Oh, well, he did every time. It disrespect him even if Flair won. It wasn't good.
His face ended up in the doo-doo no matter what.
He's always ended up in the doo-doo. That means we would have to watch the Yappa Pie strap match between Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, which I'm 100% ready to do.
The what?
You heard me. The Yappa Pie strap match.
What is Yappa Pie?
A made-up word by Hulk Hogan that he uses in promos 15 times leading into this match. It's just a strap match. The strap is no different than in any other strap match.
It's just Yappa Pie strap.
It's just a Yappa Pie strap. There's
I love wrestling.
They have to, dude. They can't help themselves. All right, so then finally for this week, I want to go ahead and play a couple of wrestling games that I came up with for you, Andrew.
All right.
On last week's episode, we talked about Jeff Hardy. One thing that we did not talk about with Jeff Hardy is that he has a band.
Hell yeah,
Does
dude!
It surprise you?
I feel like I've heard about. I think I've seen him sing, and he sucks.
Yeah, he's not good, and his band is bad. But they're
dude.
called.
Why would it be good?
PeroxWhy.
You know who he looks like?
PeroxWhy.
Peroxygen,
maybe. But look at how it's spelled. How about fuck you? Look at how it's spelled, dude.
You know who he looks like? You remember the other band in the Battle of the Bands at School of Rock, the singer?
Yeah.
It's WHY.
Yeah, I told
with
you.
A question mark. PeroxWhy.
How else am I supposed to imagine that?
That's the stupidest band name of all time.
I think that you're right. That it's Peroxygen, but it's just spelled like an idiot would spell it.
Oh, dude, listen to this. Okay, this is you know how I said that Jeff Hardy was cool and CM Punk wasn't?
Yeah.
New information has just came across my desk.
I've got new shit has come to light.
You have to be ready to change your opinion when presented with new information. That's a sign of a wise and mature man.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy came upon the name PeroxWhy Gen while looking at an aerosol can. He combined the words peroxide and oxygen and then added Y ? Creating the name PeroxWhy Gen. This dude was just huffing, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean,
he was for sure just huffing.
He's in a garage for sure. There's no way that he wasn't. So,
dude, I just can't. I got it, bro. PeroxWhy Gen.
All right. So, he is a famous pro wrestler who has a band.
Yeah.
Notably, another famous wrestler with a band, Chris Jericho.
Fozzy. Better name.
At least a better name. Now.
Yeah. Can't find a better name. Sorry.
If it were just Jeff Hardy.
A better band.
If it were just Jeff Hardy versus Chris Jericho, that would be enough. But vanity band projects are a staple throughout the sports and entertainment world.
Yeah.
So I had many to choose from.
Hollywood Vampires.
Hollywood Vampires. I chose Russell Crowe's band. Okay. Do you know the name of Russell Crowe's band? I don't. 30 Odd Footed Grunt. 30 Odd Footed Grunts, I believe, is maybe what it is.
What the fuck is wrong with these people, dude? This is what happens when you convince somebody that they're awesome, you know?
Well, whenever a person is successful in one thing, the ego does not allow to think about, maybe I shouldn't try something else. Maybe I should just be happy with the one thing I'm really good at.
Well, that's the thing about, it's also they're Australian. Australian make weird names. They call things weird things, you know? But that's why I got to give props to the Hollywood Vampires. That's a Johnny Depp band. But thankfully for Johnny Depp, they also had Alice Cooper, real cool guy.
Yes, and Joe Perry, and other cool guy.
Oh, I forgot Joe Perry's in that band. Yeah. So they come up with a cool name. The Hollywood Vampires is a dope name.
That is a cool name, yeah. Dog Star, Keanu Reeves' band, bad name.
I kind of like it.
They don't have any albums.
I kind of like Dog Star.
They don't have any albums on Spotify. Otherwise, I would have picked Keanu Reeves' band. And then Billy Bob Thornton's in some kind of blues rock band.
Of course he is.
That's put out like 30 albums or something. So I've compiled a list of song titles by Jeff Hardy's band, Peroxygen, Fozzy, or 30 Odd Footed Grunts.
It's PeroxWhy Gen. You were right about that. Well, so I'm surprised we didn't do a truth movement situation here.
Well, I felt like you might know too many of the truth movement songs. I might know the ones, yeah.
Ezekiel's Wheels, that's truth movement.
Yeah. So I've got 25 here. So you give me some numbers. I'll read you the song title. You try to tell me what band it is.
Fuck. So we're doing Fozzy.
Yeah.
PeroxWhy Gen.
Yep.
And 30 Odd Footed Grunts.
It's one of those three is responsible for these songs.
Give me number 2.
Number 2, Primordial Eyes.
Fuck. That is PeroxWhy Gen.
That is PeroxWhy Gen off the same released title, Primordial Eyes.
That's
an EP.
That's the album's
That's the name of the album too.
Fuck. I want to hang out with Corey Feldman and Jeff Hardy.
Ooh.
That would be so sick. But I'm the only one who gets to drink or do any drugs.
Right, yeah. But then you got to listen to Corey Feldman attempt to play guitar. And Jeff Hardy attempt to play guitar.
Yeah. You don't think that would be so much fun to be hanging out with Corey Feldman?
I told you, I'd be so irritated. Both of those dudes. I don't want to hang out with Phil Brooks, and I don't want to hang out, but I don't want to hang out with Jeff Hardy and listen to his music either.
But what about Feld Dog? Like the thing about this is what I'll tell you about the Feldman, right?
Okay.
Feldman will answer any question. Like he will not be sick of talking about the good old days. So if you want to talk about the good old days, he'll talk about hanging with Michael Jackson. He'll tell you every freaking detail you want to know about that. And he'll also just chill and try to talk philosophical with you. And it'll be funny because it's dumbass Corey Feldman.
Yeah, I'm thinking of all the dudes I'm hanging out with on this list. I'm hanging with Crow. I think Crow is a good hang. He's like Australian
Okay, so we're talking between Crow, Jericho, Feldman, Hardy.
I think well, I don't know. Jericho's kind of gone off the deep end for me.
I'd probably go Feldman, Crow. I would have said Hardy at this point before
Primordial Eyes,
PeroxWhy Jen and Primordial Eyes. So I go.
Is Jericho in the 3
Jericho?
Spot? Yeah.
Yeah, Jericho and then Hardy.
I think, and I'm being honest, you're my friend.
And then Phil Brooks, for the record.
I want to be honest with you.
5th.
I think that you've got blinders on about the Feld Dog. I think that he is intolerable.
Dude.
He's got the Corey's Angels. He thinks that his band, but he thinks his band is good. Like,
he's gonna cry at some point. Yeah, all these guys think their band is good.
Right, that's why I don't want to hang out with any of them.
I know we're ranking them though.
Okay, so for me, I got Crow. Crow's in the 1 spot for me.
All right.
Then I'm going.
I think Jericho would be fun. I think I might put Jericho over Crow, to be honest.
Then I'm going Jericho. Then for me, I'm going Punk, because at least I could talk about old wrestling shit with CM Punk.
Yeah, and old bands that he pretends to like.
Yeah. Then I'm going Hardy. Then I'm going.
You're going Feld Dog last,
dude.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I don't want to hear how good he thinks his band is.
but I think what would happen is he would end up like. I feel like Corey Feldman would feel more humble than the other guys, because Corey's delusional, but he's also like kind of sensitive.
The man
and the other guys are like
Ezekiel's
alphas.
Wheel. I don't know if he's a man who is capable of self-reflection, and none of these guys are. I don't think
he's the only guy in the list that's not like a quote-unquote alpha dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think Corey would be soft and nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the rest of those guys might just try to big league you the whole time. I don't think Corey would big league you.
Yeah,
unless he's on coke,
which we can't discount.
I would go back and do cocaine one more time. For Feld Dog.
For the Feld Dog? All right.
Okay, we'll get back to the game. But I liked that little exercise.
Yeah.
11.
Do you want to start a war?
Okay. Fozzy.
That is Fozzy from their 2014 album called Do You Want to Start a War?
I think I'm going to be pretty good at this.
You might end up being really good at this.
Because I feel like these three are gonna have distinct sounding names, like 30-odd Foot of Grunts is gonna be like, she came in through the didgeridoo, or something stupid, you know?
Sure. I'm on top of the door.
Yeah, give me. Let's go Lou Gehrig 4.
All right, now I'm gonna give you the title, and then I have to give you a couple of qualifiers.
Okay.
Number 4 is Days of the Week. But days is spelled D-E-A-Z-E, and week is spelled W-E-A-K.
That is definitely Jeff Hardy's band.
That is Fozzy.
Fuck! I didn't think, God damn it!
From their 2005 album, All That Remains.
That's the one that I was most confident in that one. That's awful. As soon as you said Days of the Week, I knew it was going to be goddamn D-A-Z-E.
Yep.
All right, let's go Mickey Mantle 7.
7, Let the Madness Begin.
Fozzy.
From their 2010 album Chasing the Grail, that is Fozzy. Yeah.
That just sounds that sounds so much like Chris Jericho. Yeah. It sucks that I don't like him anymore.
Yeah, he stinks.
He's such a fun performer.
Yeah.
He's just his Twitter's annoying because all it does is just retweet bullshit. What is it? ChrisJericho.com, whatever. My talk is Jericho bullshit.
Yep.
Constantly. Anyway, I would go on the Jericho cruise though. 12.
12, Metal Bed, which is one word, no space.
PeroxWhy Jen.
Metal Bed is from The album by PeroxWhy called "Within the Cygnus Rift." Figure that out, dude.
This within the sickness rift?
No, the Cygnus, Cygnus. That might be a thing. I didn't look it up.
This is so stupid.
We're in the rift, dude.
You'd rather hang out with him than Corey Feldman.
I don't really want to hang out with any of them except for maybe Crow and CM Punk. But if I had to, that's
PeroxWhy. It's so stupid. Okay. If I post this on TikTok, people are gonna be like, "You guys are PeroxWhy. These guys are just expressing themselves, fucking haters."
Yeah. Let's hear your band. You don't have to hear my band for me to know that this band sucks. Also, our band was good.
We're pretty good.
Yeah.
8. Yogi Berra.
Somebody's trying to kill me.
Okay, so we haven't had a 30-odd foot of grunts yet. But somebody's trying to kill me. Fuck, this one's hard. This one's harder.
Yeah.
Fozzy.
Should have stayed with your instinct, man.
Dang, that sucks, dude.
From the 1997 album Gaslight, 30-odd foot of grunts.
I mean, I guess Fozzy has some, like, it's not stuff I want to listen to, but it's competent music, right?
Yeah,
it's
everybody in the band is good, except for Chris Jericho, who can't really sing.
He's fine, but yeah, he's not great.
No,
he's definitely better than Jeff Hardy at singing.
They can in the studio. There's some studio magic happening for Jericho.
Yeah.
Live, it's tough. Things are tough, and he's trying to pick a fight with Sebastian Bach, who also stinks, but is like, if you're just talking vocalists, one of the best metal vocalists in history.
Best of luck. He is. They're the same dude,
right? Well, it's like, yeah. I mean, Sebastian Bach. I might feel the same way about him that you feel about the Feld Dog, because I watched that VH1 show Supergroup, and just the delusion of Sebastian Bach being like,
what did the band end up getting
he
called?
wanted to call it something animals, vicious animals or something like that, and then he wanted to call it Fist at one point. Damocracy is what they ended up calling it.
Damocracy.
That's Savage Animal. That's what he wanted to call it.
I forgot it ended up being called Damocracy.
The whole time that he's pitching band names, he just keeps going, Savage Animal.
Oh.
What a terrible group of people. Except Jason Bonham.
Dude, it's just so good. Damocracy is one of my favorite things in the world every time, because I always forget what they ended up calling it.
Because it's so stupid. And it can't stay, it can't stay in your brain because of how stupid it is.
No, and then somebody it's usually it's pretty much always you that reminds me. It's you or my brother.
I'm the only guy still watching old episodes of Supergroup on YouTube.
God. It's just that you put Sebastian Bach and the Nuge in the same band, dude.
With poor Scotty Ian and Jason Bonham, who are just trying to like live their life, and Evan Seinfeld is there.
Rock and roll is a savage animal.
I told you, dude. It's so funny. One of the greatest experiences of my life. And they played one show, I'm sure, to fulfill whatever contract VH1 made them sign. I've never heard anything about Damocracy ever again.
There's some websites that list Sebastian Bach as a member of Savage Animal instead of Damocracy. I could just see him calling websites. Yeah. Hey man, can you change it to Savage Animal, man? There were some things going on.
And if Ted Nugent calls, give him my number and I'll talk to him.
Ted Nugent just talks like kind of like Jesse Ventura, because he's got so many teeth.
Yeah. It's the purview.
Gotta rock.
No one tells.
It's definitely Damocracy. Yeah, what are you talking about?
No one tells Ted Nugent what's good or not good.
Yeah, you're gonna tell the Nuge that we got to be called Savage Animal? I kill savage animals.
Yeah, and the not savage ones. I just kill.
Fucking damocracy.
Yep.
It's not even a pun.
No.
Oh, I guess it is dumbocracy,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
just
yeah.
doesn't feel like.
Well, and
All
Ted
right.
Nugent was in another band called Damn Yankees. So it's like it's a hat on a hat, you know?
That's fucking great. I love it so much. All right, let's do 14.
14, A Past Life. PASSED.
Of course, fucking assholes. Fucking assholes. I mean, I think I got to do Fozzie in this one because of the punny wordplay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing Fozzie on this one.
From the 2012 album Sin and Bones. That is Fozzie.
Sin and Bones. Oh, it's so, dude. They're just. I love every bit of this.
Yeah.
21.
21. Rebels. Now stay with me. This is okay. So you give me your opinion. It's either Rebels or it's Rebel Yes. It's one word. It's REBELYES. So
That's Rebel Yes.
Yeah.
I mean that's Rebel Yes. Okay, I'm immediately. I am eliminating 30 odd footed grunts on this one.
Yeah.
So we got Rebel Yes. I think that's it. I mean, I got to go with Jeff Hardy. I got to go with PeroxWhy Jen on that one.
Oh, dude, you know where you put us back? Put us back within the Cygnus Rift, because that is PeroxWhy Jen. Yes, PeroxWhy Jen with Rebel Yes.
Not the Cygnus Rift again.
Man. I just got out of the Cygnus Rift.
Dude, why isn't his band should just be called Brother Nero? Like, what are we doing?
Right. Why wouldn't you just call, I mean, I don't know. Why does he do any of the stuff he does? Yeah, he can't dance. Anytime that he has to rescue a wrestler and his music plays, he does his dance instead of running to the ring.
When he did that to rescue, was it in AEW? His AEW debut?
He's wrestling.
He did a couple of the finger things.
Yeah, he's trying to help Matt, but he will not stop doing the
honestly,
hits.
I think that's sick. One.
All right, number one with a bullet. Martyr No More.
Everything spelled normally?
Everything is spelled the normal way.
I still feel like that's Fozzie.
From the 2010 release, Chasing the Grail. Yeah, that's Fozzie.
It's crazy how well I've done at this, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair.
I think I've only missed one, right?
You've been in, you're like in you're in their heads, really.
Yeah. Shout out to Cranberries.
Yeah.
And I the one I missed, I said the right one first.
Yeah.
We'll do one more.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I got to say the name. 9, Roger Maris.
9. It's called Spheres on Earth.
Spheres on Earth.
Or Sphere on Earth. Only one sphere. Sorry.
I'm really nervous about this one. Fozzie.
Unfortunately, my friend.
God damn it. I should have fucking...
We have escaped the Cygnus Rift, but we are at the processions of the equinoxes with PeroxWhy Jen.
It's so stupid.
I love it so much.
I knew it wasn't 30 odd feet of grunts. I knew that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, before we fully wrap that one up, are there any specific like special ones you want to, or did we get the good ones?
I do want to ask you about One Crazed Anarchist.
I mean, One Crazed Anarchist. PeroxWhy Jen.
From the 2014 album, Do You Want to Start a War? This is Fozzie.
Ah, fuck!
You missed it.
We got to stop the count, dude. I was doing so well.
Yeah, I mean...
They're trying to steal this from me overnight, bro. All these mail-in ballots are coming in.
If you're in line, stay in line. Don't leave. All right. I think that's it because I want to come back to this. I'll erase the ones that we already did because there's meat left on that bone. So,
by the way, Damocracy did a show at the Empire Ballroom on March 5th, 2006.
Okay.
They played. Do you want to guess how many Damocracy songs?
So sorry to everybody.
You gotta stop living in a petting zoo, bro. Just get it off your back.
Well, she only got me.
Dusty just had a cat jump on his back.
She only got me on the way up. Like she was doing fine after that. I don't know why she needed to jump on me to jump on that bed. But that's cat logic, baby.
They played 12 songs.
Okay.
Guess how many Damocracy songs they played?
Obviously 0 is the funniest answer, but I believe the true answer and tied for the funniest answer. To me, I've only ever heard one Damocracy song. So I'm assuming they only ever wrote one. So I'm going to say one Damocracy song.
The 6th song on their set list was a song called Take It Back, which is the only Damocracy song that they played.
Yeah.
They opened with Ace of Spades.
Yeah, they've so let me see. Okay, let me see if I can guess. Well, I'll try to guess. Give me 3 wrong answers. I'm going to try to guess the set.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, because you remember the show.
Maybe. So I'll take Ace of Spades out. I'll take It Back out.
Yep.
I know that on the
10 other songs.
I know on the show there was a big to-do made because Jason Bonham got permission from the other dudes in Led Zeppelin to play Out on the Tiles.
That is the 4th song on their set list that night.
They definitely played Cat Scratch Fever.
That was 11th.
Okay.
They almost closed with it.
I think they played 18 in Life.
Mm-mm.
What?
They did not play 18 in Life.
By Skid Row. Do you know that song?
I do not.
Okay, that song. That song legitimately rips, but
they played one Skid Row song. Are you sure that's the name of the song?
No, 18. Oh wait. Oh shit. Is there a song? No. What is the name of that song? Something about the youth.
Yeah. It is called... Okay, so the song that you're talking about is called 18 in Life.
But it's by
the
Dokken,
song that they
right?
played...
Okay, that's a song. Is that a...
But the song... It's a different song.
Okay, but
the song that they
Skid
played...
Row song.
18 in Life, yes.
Yeah, okay.
The song that they played was called Youth Gone Wild.
Yeah, okay. So I messed that up. There's a Biohazard song on there. Never gonna remember the name of that Biohazard.
There is a Biohazard song on there. It's called Punishment. Because of course it is.
Because I do not like Biohazard. So Anthrax has to be represented.
Every time I hear Biohazard, I think of the Crapper Tank scene from Joe Dirt because
yeah,
it had a sticker from Biohazard on it.
There was a video game, like a shooter game called Biohazard. That's what I think.
Oh, okay.
There has to be an Anthrax song. The only Anthrax song I know is called Bring the Noise. I don't know if that's the one they played, but that's the one.
This one's called Only.
Okay, don't know that one. So I'm at 2 strikes here. So
ironically, could have been the only Anthrax.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot for a big. I'm gonna shoot for a big one. I'm gonna shoot for the closer.
Okay.
I think the ego of the Nuge will not allow them to close the show without playing Stranglehold. And I think Stranglehold gets played last.
I'll give you get half credit. They played Stranglehold 8th.
Okay.
There were 4 songs after Stranglehold.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You played Stranglehold and then you played...
It's goddamn Stranglehold.
I don't know if... all right, I think I've exhausted my abilities here.
So we've got Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
We've got Free for All by the Nuge. We've got TNT by AC/DC.
Oh,
and then Out on the Tiles by Zeppelin. And then Only by Anthrax. And then Damocracy's Take It Back. They didn't even like close with their song.
No. Santeria.
And then, yeah, I know. Wagon Wheel.
Yeah.
And then they played Punishment by Biohazard, Stranglehold, Sin City by AC/DC. They're just so annoying that they played like deep cuts.
Yeah.
Youth Gone Wild by Skid Row, Cat Scratch Fever by the Nuge, and then they closed with Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, okay. That's kind of the only thing. I
you
guess.
Need
Yeah. That's funny because when I saw Foreigner, I did see Foreigner. Don't worry about it.
Hell yeah, dude. I see him all the time.
Jason Bonham was playing drums for them, and they played Whole Lotta Love. They did like a medley where they played Whole Lotta Love in the middle of it. So maybe that's like his song that he's like, if I'm gonna do it, we got to do Whole Lotta Love.
Yeah, I really got that one down.
We played Whole Lotta Love in our band. Pretty good.
We did.
Yeah.
That was when I would go get a drink.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're trying new formats. We're trying different stuff out. I'm going to try to come up with a game that we can play every week that's sort of similar to what we did tonight. I think we're going to do bios and news and just various things. Hang with us. I think we're moving the 101 matches to maybe a different format that we might return to at some point. But we appreciate everybody who listens. Andrew has dropped all the stuff at the top, like you said. Hold your breath about that Instagram. I'm really hoping it comes back. But we appreciate everybody who listens.
We'll see which way the wind blows, dude. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We appreciate everybody who listens. We appreciate the comments on TikTok and YouTube. Keep those coming. And we'll be back next week on Wrestling Over Everything. We are not a damocracy.
PeroxWhy, Jen. You